Ms. Grimsley, I think today, and she has a tour, and I want to make a plea out to parents that we have to invest in our own kids, and not one parent from Riviera Beach stepped up to pay the cost to do a college tour. And so I really want to work in that area, working with our parents and Ms. Grimsley, because I think it was or is a wonderful opportunity for our kids to explore different colleges, and you can't blame the kids, I blame the parents. But just want to spend some time reaching out to our parents to let them know the importance of being involved in their children's life. And we can't do it all from a city where we front all the bill. I think that it has to be a buy-in with our parents also. So they won't be going on the college tour because of funds, and nobody from Riviera Beach stepped up from the families. Also, to close out, I do want to make an announcement. To pursuant to my authority as mayor and pursuant to the city's charter and Florida statutes, I have given notice to interim police chief, classified as assistant police chief Michael Madden, that I plan to suspend him from his duties. I will provide my reasons thereafter at the next regular council meeting and will ask the council to approve said suspension at that time. However, within the next 2 weeks, I'm willing to explore other options. Thank you.
All right, Mr. McCoy.
Question for the mayor. So let me understand. You said you're going to give the reasons and you're going to ask us to ratify at that time?
Yes. This council meeting, yes.
So it's all going to happen in the same meeting. You're going to give it to us, and then is there any rebuttal? Is there any due process extended to the city attorney? I'm sorry, the city police chief?
At this time, as far as I know, everything will happen next week. When I give my reasons, it will be up to the board to make that decision. But however, in 2 weeks, if there's another way, I'm willing to listen to those ways that we can better handle this. But as far as now, I'm making a recommendation to suspend him, and I will give the council the reasons why next council meeting.
You're making the recommendation now, but you're going to give the grounds.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good enough. Thank you for that, Mayor. Ms. Jacobs, you can't go too far, so I want to first say thank you for serving. I used to talk to you a lot more often. Then we went through quite a bit. And for folks that don't understand, this is really a lot to ask any city manager. It's like something every single day. Shirley calling me. On my iPad.
I gave a time limit.
So it's really been a job, and I got to really say thank you so much. Like, I can only imagine, I mean, early morning calls, even all the way up to nighttime, and members, I had the city manager and the city attorney out walking in road construction in Monroe Heights. Let me tell you how pleasurable that was. So they got to see what I had to do for the first almost month and a half of me being in office. But thank you for your dedication, Ms. Jacobs, and also Madam, the 16th Lindsay Davis Center. Also, we'll be discussing or having an update on the road construction projects, not just in Monroe Heights, but throughout the city, and also a component from public safety from the police department, specific to the surveillance registry in safer neighborhoods. So please, I have some flyers downstairs. They'll be on the website, and I'll be distributing some tomorrow. So I look forward to, so that's Tuesday, July 16th, Lindsay Davis Center. Thank you, Mr. Blankenship.
What
you know,
time?
we originally set it from 6 to 8.
Okay.
But now having the manager there, you know, I imagine it may extend a little longer, but Mr. Blankenship isn't keeping the clock on us, so we're going to just keep it open no later than 9. So Tuesday the 16th. Next and lastly, I want to certainly have the conversation, Mr. Sherman, about the capital budget and some of these things. You know, what I did take from Senator Powell and Representative Jaquette they talked about appropriations. I think if we are trying to do stuff with our facilities, especially, which is more important to me, the water utility facility, which is in District 1, we need to try to be ahead of the curve in identifying what is a priority, because money is not easy to come by when it comes from the legislature. But I think if we get an early start and we identify some things, we can have a shot at bringing back some capital projects and figuring out where we need money. And that requires working with our Tallahassee lobbyists, and even if we can find something on the federal level. So I certainly want to do that, starting in the month of August, having that conversation, or even delegating some staff to work on it. I think, Ms. Jacobs, I would love to see if you could help with that, especially since you've gotten intimately involved in operation and in administration. I think the appropriation and the legislative process really requires somebody to, commit to some of these projects that we have going on long term, so that we can address some of our infrastructure needs. So that's certainly what I would like to see coming forward. So that's it for me right now, Madam Chair, and for everybody else, happy 4th and safe 4th, and we'll see you guys back here on Friday, Ms. Jacobs.
All right.
You gonna be on Friday?
No.
Ms. Jacobs? No?
No, I'll be in Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Lanier.
Yes, I'd like to thank Ms. Deirdre Jacobs for her service. She was certainly a help to me, and I'm sure with the other council members, for her untiring work, because I would call Ms. Deirdre at all times of night about questions I would have, and I appreciate her taking my call. Soiree is being presented by District 3, my office, at the Dan Calla Public, and share that information with your neighborhoods for this neighborhood summer soiree, Saturday, July 6th, Tate Recreational Center, 4 to 10. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Lawson.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Blankenship, thank you so much for securing the sponsorship with the Nissan dealership. We had a conversation about a month or two ago, and you went in and jumped in and grabbed that sponsorship and covered some of our costs. So there'll be a title sponsor, and that's what us as a council and our department heads, I want us to reach out to the local businesses and try to provide support for the community, because that sponsorship will help with actually funding some of the events that's going to happen for our community. So thank you. Our events that I'm going to be hosting is going to be the first event from the council, City of Riviera Beach, CRA, Parks and Rec, and Clean and Safe. We're going to be doing an event called When They See Us. I will be doing it again July 29th, and I need some help and support from the residents. We need some additional students to come.